Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jammer. First four segments, we talked a little NBA, talked Greg Popovich stepping down, talked about the Pistons Knicks series, Rockets Warriors series. Last segment, we talked about the AFC West, broke that down a little bit. Plus, we talked a little bit about the Spurs and their head coach situation, thanks to some comments in the chat. So, little 2-for-1 special in that segment. But this segment number 5, we got Aaron Rodgers. And what's next for him? Aaron Rodgers is, what's the word? Diva? Could use diva. Yeah, we'll use diva. He's one of the biggest divas in the NFL, in NFL history. He is always looking for the most media attention to keep all eyes on him and make sure everything's about me, Aaron Rodgers. He wants to make sure all the attention's on him. And he hasn't signed with a single team yet. He has not signed. No team wants to sign him. And I'm not sure if it's because, it's not his skill. Aaron Rodgers still has the ability to play really good football. And there's no doubt in my mind to say that. He is a phenomenal player. He's older. Obviously, he's older. But his pocket awareness is still good. He can still sling the ball. He can still sling the rock perfectly fine. I mean, he's still a great player overall. So, matter of the fact is, where's he going to go? There's obviously a lot of destinations for him. Originally, people were saying Minnesota because nobody knew if Jack McCarthy was going to play. No one knew if he was going to be ready by week 1. And McCarthy and the Vikings came out and said, yeah, he'll be week 1 ready to play. And honestly, that kind of threw what's the word? I don't know. Kind of ruined Rodgers' idea. Rodgers wanted to go to Minnesota, I think. I think he'd want to go to Minnesota, dominate there, and keep McCarthy from starting. Because that's something he would want to do. I feel like he'd go to Minnesota, and if they, made McCarthy the starter, and because he'd probably start there for a few weeks, probably week 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4, probably 3 or 4. Pat Riley, he's our head of basketball operations. Wait, am I stupid? Why do I not know who Pat Riley is? For the Spurs, you mean? Oh, wait, what? Says for maybe I'll just. Okay, so you're a Heat fan. Okay. I mean, yeah. Sorry, I had no idea who Pat Riley was. I'm not really familiar with uh, what's it called? GMs and I'm not familiar with a lot of inner organization guys. Yeah, you're a Heat fan. Okay. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't really know who that was. I was really confused. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with what's it called? Head operation guys. The only one I know is the Pistons, who's Trajan Langdon. So sorry about that. But I mean, if you think he'd be a good fit there, I really don't know how successful. He has brought. Pat Riley's brought in some great talent over the years. Obviously he had Jamie Vasquez. I know that's not how you say his name. Jamie Vasquez last year out of UCLA. I know that's not how you say it. But, I mean, he's produced some really good players. Obviously, you got Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. A lot of these guys he's drafted and kind of built up to, the great players they are today. So, I mean, if the Spurs see it in him, I mean, go for it. But, honestly, I still think the Spurs are probably going to go. I'd be very surprised if the Spurs don't go for Michael Malone. But if I eventually see the Spurs hire Pat Riley from Miami Heat, I'll come onto this live and personally congratulate you. I guess I don't know. I'll be very surprised. I mean, you obviously see something in him, and obviously I don't follow the Heat that closely, and honestly I don't believe Aaron either retired or maybe I could see him trying to go down to a place like Miami for a couple of years because of the season. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, people were saying Miami for destination. Obviously there was Minnesota. People were saying the Steelers as well. He might go to the Steelers. But the thing about Tua, he's not even a bad quarterback. It's just his injury. If he could, stay healthy, he'd be a phenomenal quarterback. And when he is healthy, he obviously shows that he is. and he has weapons down there to prove it. I mean, obviously he had Tyreek Hill. He wants out. I'm not sure if he's gonna stay there, but I mean, who knows? No, really, it's front office. Okay, the front office executive. Yeah, like I didn't know who that was. Like I'm not gonna lie, I no idea who Pat Riley was. Like I've heard the name, but I didn't know if he was still involved with the Heat. So go for it. I mean, yeah, I'll still be surprised if the Spurs go for him, honestly. But that's my opinion at least. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, that's my opinion. Maybe I'm definitely wrong. I mean, I just would see them going for, more of a head coach, a guy who's already been in the head coach before, especially maybe the old Memphis head coach, Taylor Hendricks. I've seen him play a lot even when he's healthy. He disappears in the big games. Well, you're from Miami, yeah, so you definitely follow him a lot more than I would, but Miami's kind of. You're not wrong though. Every time I don't think has he ever won. He's won playoff games, but the most recent playoff game I saw him play in, I think it was the 2023 season when you guys played in Buffalo, and you guys got the Dolphins were just got absolutely manhandled. The Dolphins manhandled you guys. Maybe it wasn't in playoff game. It was like just a normal like a game like in conference later season game because it was like a blizzard in Buffalo and you guys couldn't handle it. But I don't think actually maybe there was Tua as well. But it's also playing in Buffalo is kind of a hard thing to do. But honestly, Tua should. I'm not. Cause who's your backup quarterback right now? Who's the Dolphins backup right now? No, he wasn't. No, he hasn't won playoff games. He's the one that cost the Buffalo game. Okay, his friends are delusional, and the Phantom says it was the defensive fault. That's hilarious. Blaming it on your own team is crazy. I mean, if he, let's see here. Aaron Rodgers definitely would like it down in Miami too. I feel like he would 100% love that Miami lifestyle. And plus, the warm weather, all of that. And plus, he's played in Zach Wilson, Quinn. Oh, you forgot you got, Quinn Ewers. I forgot about that. Zach Wilson's on the Dolphins? No way. Quinn Ewers. I forgot he was from Texas in the 7th. I forgot you guys got him. For some reason, I thought that was the latest quarterback I saw was Kyle McCord to the Eagles. So I forgot. I saw that post. I forgot about that. I don't think Quinn Ewers is gonna be that good though. He was good in college, but I feel like he's too injury prone, and I feel like he won't last long in the NFL. Maybe, but I think honestly, I think you 100% can bring in Aaron Rodgers. Not only as a good starting quarterback for a season or two, but help develop. Because Zach Wilson still has a lot of upside. Yeah, he had his chance in New York 2 seasons ago, but that was New York, the Jets, when they had literally nothing on the offensive side of the ball. They had nobody. They had they didn't even have him yet. I was gonna say they had Allen Lazard, but he wasn't even there yet. That's like their wide receiver 3 last year. And Quinn Aaron Rodgers would be a great just advisor, I guess, like a vet quarterback to help build those two up. And have Tua just kind of, I'm not sure what Tua's situation would be there. I think they probably will move on from him. Tua could still be a quarterback somewhere, but I think Tua's time with the Dolphins is coming to an end because, he just doesn't really have the skill to play anymore. But Quinn Ewers is 100%. I mean, he would, if he can stay healthy, even though I already said I don't think he'd last long in the NFL. I think he could maybe have a good season or two, but who knows? But Aaron Rodgers, there's a million spots where he can go. Miami, I was pointed out to Anthony. I didn't even think about that, Anthony. Thank you for throwing in the perspective from a Dolphins fan. It's actually kind of huge. But Miami's a possibility. The Pittsburgh Steelers were a possibility for a little while. They're still on the table, but who knows? Minnesota, the Vikings were a possibility for a little while, but that's probably off the table now as well. So honestly, it's only a matter of time until we know. We probably won't know until the last day someone you can sign with the team, so he can have as much of the spotlight as he can, because that's something he would do. So where he'll end up, who knows? Does he retire? Absolutely not. He's still got a few good years left in him, so it's only a matter of time before we know where he goes and if he's still got it. Also, thanks Anthony for giving me this perspective of the Miami Dolphins fan. Appreciate that. Actually means a lot. And the Miami Heat fan. It actually helps a lot. Thank you. But thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. Your continuous support means the world to us, so feel free to like, comment, and share on whatever platform you're viewing on. Make sure to follow us on all forms of social media to stay up to date with all things GSMC. Social media, anything, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter/X, anything. We're on it. Just search GSMC Sports Network, and we're on it. Make sure to follow us, stay up to date with all things GSMC. But like I said, thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a good one.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to